Howdy folks, and I hope you're all fitting well out there in collecting land, and welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. Well, not one 1/6 scale figure, two 1/6 scale figures. Yeah, today we are having a look at Hot Toys Superman from Frank Miller's Batman The Dark Knight Returns. That dropped overnight from Hot Toys, not really that unexpected considering they dropped the Batman, the Battle Damage Batman very, very recently as well. And we're also going to be taking a look at the Jazzinc Diorama's Catwoman, the 66 Catwoman, as played by Julie Newmar. We were waiting for this one forever. It seems like forever anyway, but finally the pre-orders have gone up on this, what looks like an absolutely stunning piece. But before we dive in, I'd like to send the usual massive shout out to everyone who supported the channel. And please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale news, reviews, previews, tours, showcases and all that other stuff that we've got coming up. So without further ado, let's dive in. We'll start with Hot Toys Superman. And I've got to say, Hot Toys have come back from their Lunar New Year break with a vengeance. Keeping an old man busy here at Chateau Go Figure, we've got Superman from the Dark Knight Returns, and straight away, yeah, it's looking very, very impressive. Obviously from the original Frank Miller 1986 four-part comic book, and straight away, yeah, we've got that. It's got that Frank Miller aesthetic written all over it. Chunky, heavy, weighty, muscular, slightly older variants of both Superman and Batman that we've looked at. Yeah, outfit looks absolutely on point, as does that that custom body, obviously purpose built for this figure. The colors pop, the blues, the yellows, the reds. That head sculpt is looking very, very good indeed. And overall first impressions, yeah, are very, very positive, as they were with the Battle Damage Batman. And there is a preview for that. That particular figure up on the channel as well if you're wanting to scope that one out. So let's zip on. Flying pose here, and we're getting to see that body. It is very, very well done, I've got to say. Sculpting looks excellent, from the ab work to the muscularity in those huge arms. The outfit itself looks absolutely nailed on with the yellow belt there, that enormous S on the chest there, which was synonymous with the Frank Miller Superman. And the cape looking very nice, hopefully wide, but I'm sure we'll get to it. So yeah, and a nice pose, that one. As always, we've got a raft of photos from Hot Toys. They never skimp on the photos when they announce a new figure. Close up here of him in a very angry looking pose, and we've got a swap out head sculpt here with battered mouth with the blood paint application in one corner there, teeth gritted, and they're looking nice and pearly and well sculpted. And overall, dimensions, proportions, as I say, look absolutely excellent. As does, I was about to say screen accuracy, but it's more comic book accurate. So on to the next shot. Pretty much the same shot here, just the camera slightly further away. Yeah, I think we're looking at a wired cape here. That cape looks really good. I always mention this in just about all my videos. Hot Toys are making some steps forward in their cape production, and not playing quite as much into the hands of the third-party custom manufacturers. So it's great to see, but hopefully they will be getting there. It's the one thing that historically, well, not the one thing, there have been a raft of things, but probably the biggest thing historically that have let Hot Toys cape figures down. So hopefully we'll see some improvements here, but looking good there. On to the next. Yeah, definitely wired there, flowing off beautifully in the background, and we're really getting to see those proportions, those sort of accentuated proportions, from the huge thighs to the enormous chest section. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to assume this is material over the top here, a la most of Hot Toys Superman figures. We're going to see, hopefully it's not going to be too fine, because I found in previous iterations of Superman figures, that fine material that they can use, and this has been the case with other companies as well, can snag really, really easily. So hopefully we've got a hard wearing outer casing there, and we've got this S on the chest that's been applied in a way that will not peel. But overall, yeah, I'm I'm getting very positive vibes from this guy. On to the next now. The base here is not dissimilar to the Batman figure that we recently looked at, just simply a change of logo on the front there. But I do like these bases. They've got some style, they've got some panache to them. Obviously we're looking at a waist grabber here because of the nature of the posing with this guy. You're going to want him landing and taking off and all manner of other flight stuff. I'm going to lean in here, yeah, liking the look of that big, bold nameplate on the front there. It says Superman, you've got the Superman symbol in the background, and obviously the Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, photographs really well this one. I think this is going to be a vlogger's dream, this one. But yeah, on to the next. Flight pose there, showing that it can be used with a dynamic flight pole. Not quite sure where that's attached, he said, leaning forward. Yeah, interesting. Where is that attached? It's not around the waist as far as I can see. Maybe they photoshopped it out, but if they're going to do that, why didn't they take the pole out? But yeah, obviously with that base, you're going to get the dynamic flight pole as well. That looks phenomenal, that shot. This is going to be a cracking centerpiece for any Dark Knight fan, this one. But yeah, I'm going to assume multiple swap out hands, but I'm sure we'll see those as we move through. So on to the next, another sort of jumping, fighting, flying pose. Once again, we're seeing that head sculpt there. Loving the hairstyle. It's the right color, it's the right style. You've got that super exaggerated flick at the front there, and skin tones and textures are what we've come to expect from Hot Toys. Similar pose here. Yeah, they can. I always say this in all my previews. They can get a bit samey, these shots, so we might speed up as we go through. But yeah, looking very good. Swap out hands here, open palms. Those boots, now we're not going for a split cut boot design here. That can destroy the aesthetic, well, not destroy it, but that can affect the aesthetic. But be interesting to see how these articulate, because historically full boots like this can be a bit of a nightmare. Sculpted plastic, more than likely. So on to the next shot. Now he's holding the gun here and what I believe is the kryptonite arrow. From the comic book as well, so I'm assuming they're coming as accessories. Going to say that these are sculpted plastic, pretty much a bog standard for Hot Toys there. But yeah, overall proportions and it's just very, very photogenic. This figure, I think, alongside the Batman, having them mid scrap is going to look very, very impressive in the collection. I am sorely tempted, and I tend to steer away. I've only got a few Superman figures in the collection. I've got a Cavill and I've got a Reeves. That's where I try and draw the line, but these are really, really tempting. I love, as I mentioned before, those super chunky figures. Close-up of him holding the kryptonite arrow here, looking very nice. Another one of him catching the arrow there. Once again, we're seeing that muscularity in there. And yeah, I'm assuming this is material, judging by the way that it's folding and creasing around these arms. And we've got the S on the back of the cape, obviously the obligatory S there as well. Loving that pose, very, very nice. And we're seeing the intricate sculpt work in this body. That is very, very good. Every individual muscle is picked out. Super imposing, super chunky, and the non-battle damaged head sculpt is looking very nice as well. Those arched eyebrows, that super exaggerated jawline, all on point. Pretty similar shot there again, and a close-up of that head sculpt now. That hair, very, very well done. Sculpted plastic, obviously, as we mentioned, individual strands are picked out. Colour looks on point to me. Loving the eyebrows and loving the skin tones, textures, and creasing in that head sculpt is absolutely there. A cracking head sculpt. Super thick neck and those skin tones and textures, and that paint application running through into the chest area as we'd expect. The join line there for where the cape goes, it'd be interesting to see how that's worked. Is that just sewn in on this seam line here? Does it go any further under? It would ruin the lines otherwise, but pretty much on point as far as I can tell. Although I've got to admit, hands up in the air, it's been a few years since I've dipped my toe into the Frank Miller comic book. Got them over there somewhere. in a huge pile of comics. Might have to revisit them. Now, onto some of the specific details. Now, this is specifically applied UV luminous reflective effect. When I first saw these shots, I was sort of like, rubbing my hands together. This is fantastic. We've got USB-powered light-up eyes, and not before time. But very quickly, my enthusiasm dissipated. I'm not the world's biggest fan of these UV light-up features. Having to shine a torch, a UV torch, on something to get the effect. I have the Thor figure that has that feature, and I got the base with the whole UV arrangement going on. Hardly ever used it. And wandering around shining a torch, as I say, on figures is not it's not my cup of tea. But if it is your cup of tea, then they've included it, and they've got that lovely red glow going on there, and we're seeing once again the detailing in that head sculpt. On to the next. Obviously, we've got the two interchangeable heads and purrs as comes as standard with Hot Toys. I'm not sure which I prefer here. I think they're both excellent. I had a little bit of I won't say it was an issue, but the blue Batman, the battle damage one that we looked at recently, just almost borderline comical, almost borderline professional Gurner, as I mentioned in that preview. It doesn't quite ruin it, but this one doesn't have that problem. I think this looks really, really good. Those eyes are super glassy. Loving the sculpting on those teeth. They're pearly, they're white, they're really well done, as is that wound there in the corner of the mouth with the wet look blood paint application. Cracking head sculpts, both of them. I'm not sure which I prefer there. I'm probably erring towards the angry head sculpt. I don't know, it just has a little bit more character, but don't have a problem with either of them, and obviously the purse system included. Now we're getting to see it alongside the battle damage Batman. Now we're looking at it, there is a height difference of a couple of centimeters there. How accurate that is, I mean, we don't really get to see in the comic book who's the taller of the two. I think that's probably right. If it's not, let me know in the comments section below, but they look brilliant next to each other. So yeah, these are going to make a great pair in anybody's display. So yeah, stunning looking together. White cape, as we mentioned before there, great to see. And once again, it's talking about what we've already looked at, which is just that breathtaking ab sculpt there, and the muscularity in the legs as well. And finally, the all shot, as we always get with Hot Toys. Pretty much all the stuff that we've already covered. You've got the shots there of the base on the left-hand side. You've got a single shot here of him on the right. Nothing much to see in this bottom right-hand corner, so my big head is not blocking anything out. The interchangeable heads, the UV light eyes, swap out hands, base, cape, and accessories. So yeah, it's pretty limited on the accessories. All you're getting is the kryptonite arrow and the gun, but I think the money's there in the figure. So if you are a fan of Batman The Dark Knight Returns, and you're picking up the Batman figure, I'm sure this one's going to be coming in alongside it as well. I'm like this at the moment, because I know if I go down this rabbit hole, I may never see the light of day again, but I've got a feeling, because I'm pretty sold on the blue battle damage version. I know that Hot Toys released a black version fairly recently. I prefer the blue version. If I go all in with that, then I'm going all in with this. We'll just have to wait and see. But if it does land, obviously it will be going up for review as soon as it arrives. So on to the next. Now this one I am really, really looking forward to. Now, done a preview of this figure on the channel already when it was initially announced. The pictures were limited. But this has now, I believe, officially gone up for pre-order. I think it was yesterday that the pre-orders started on this, and they've released some more photos. Not a shit ton. We've just got, I think, 3 or 4. But I thought we'd take a quick look, excuse me, at what you're actually getting, where it was just before it was just promotional shots. So, as I understand it, there are going to be 3 different versions of this, and we will start with the standard version. So, what separates these figures out? Well, first of all, standard version comes with one head sculpt, and that head sculpt has a removable mask. And straight away, these are much clearer than the original shots that we got our hands on, and I think this is looking fabulous. The more I see of it, the more I need it in my life. Rooted hair, obviously. I think they have captured Julie Newmar's look absolutely brilliantly. The body there with that sort of hourglass figure, which was her trademark. The outfit itself. Now, I'm not 100% certain what material Jazzinc are using here. I'm assuming it's going to be one that stands up to the wear and tear of posing, but it looks absolutely on point. Sculpting on those elbow length leather gloves, absolutely chef's kiss. The gold talons on the fingers there, the necklace, and that rooted hair looks absolutely spot on. And I know Jazzinc Joost over at Jazzinc, along with all his colleagues, revisited this figure on numerous occasions to make sure it's as near to perfect as it possibly can be. And they've taken an awful lot of feedback, not only on the build and paint applications, but also what should be included with each version. So with this standard version, obviously you're getting her stiletto heel boots, you're getting that necklace as we mentioned, we're getting the two guns, the two cat guns, and the cat statue as well, and this multitude of swap out forearms here. Now, really great to see these forearms. You've got all kinds of expressive poses, which is exactly what this character needs, in my opinion. We've got the open palms, we've got the gesturing, the pointing, and we've even got separate arms for holding the two guns as well. So that's the standard version. Let's zip on to the next. The next is the DX, the deluxe version. Now, with the deluxe version, you are getting two head sculpts. As before with the standard version, you've got the removable mask, you've got the ears there, really well sculpted. Once again, it comes with all the standard version comes with, but a few added extras. You're getting this chair, this beautifully sculpted chair, which you can see in the photos here. This shot's a little bit small in the center here, but yeah, I'm going to assume that's sculpted plastic, mixed media. You're getting the cat telephone, and once again, you're getting that gold cat statue as well. And as before, a raft of swap out arms, including one to hold the telephone receiver as well. Articulation looks excellent on this figure. There doesn't seem to be any issues posing it. And that head sculpt, I've got to say, all three versions of this head sculpt are absolutely nailed on. I'm hoping this looks as good in hand as it does in these photos, and this is a no-brainer for Mr. Go Figure. 66 Batman, huge fan of it. Whole section over there you may be able to see, all dedicated to the classic camp TV show. So yeah, this one will be coming home to roost, or to Joost, depending on how you pronounce it. On to the next one, and this is the final one. This is the Ultimate DX Signature version. Now, two head sculpts with this one, or is it three? No, it's three head sculpts. I stand corrected. You're getting a total of three head sculpts, which is great. The more head sculpts, the merrier, and I think it's fantastic that rather than pick one or pick two, they've gone for all three here. And you can see the differences if you can get up close to the screen and squint. You can see the differences there in the head sculpt. We've got a sort of a neutral one, and then we've got two sort of smiling ones, one with the mouth slightly open, one without. I think all of them work really, really well, and they are all unmistakably 66 Catwoman, 66 Julie Newmar. And once again, all with the, you can have the mask on or mask off, and then you get everything else as well. Guns, necklace, the boots, the chair, the golden cat statue, the telephone, all the arms. This is limited to 1,000 pieces, as it says there. And you also get this limited edition plate individually signed by Julie Newmar. That is a coup in and of itself. I'm really, really tempted with this Ultimate DX version, the signature version. It's worth the price of entry just to have an original Julie Newmar signature, in my opinion. So there you have it, folks. That is Jazzinc's take on the 66 Catwoman. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Dark Knight Returns Superman, the corrupted Superman? What are your thoughts on the Julie Newmar? Are you a 66 Batman fan? Are you a Frank Miller fan? Are these things leaving you cold? Is it an easy pass, or is it an instant pre-order? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think of the source material? Anything at all. Nothing is off menu as always. So please drop a comment in the comment section below. I would be fascinated to hear your take on these two figures. And I suppose all it remains for me to say, oh, what's coming up on the channel? We've got a new tour video coming up. That's still being edited. Mammoth task filming all this lot and all this lot over here as well, and getting it into something that doesn't run to about 4 hours long. So yeah, that's coming up very soon. We've got more previews, we've got more reviews, we've got more tours, more showcases, more statues, more quarter scale action figures, pretty much more of everything. So as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing anything. And I suppose all it remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching, as always. And until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.